spicy mustard. Might be small, but she definitely runs the house.
Where did you find that? Stop playing with it. Go find more. Go find more.
She would chase after the bigger cats. They were baffled about this little itty-bitty thing that was willing to challenge them. When she does get herself in trouble, she just looks at you like, whatever do you mean? I was surprised at how her personality came out because she just kind of had a bad beginning. A friend had posted on Facebook that her daughter found a kitten. And having done cat rescue, my first thought is, oh my gosh, I should do that. I immediately called the vet, and she was probably less than 24 hours old. I brought her home and put a warming mat in there with her. I slept in my living room just to make sure that she was okay. But when you have something that is less than a quarter of a pound that is telling you what to do, it's a little surprising. Our other cats knew that I had something. They would peek in, kind of checking to see if she was big enough to play with yet. Once she started getting really confident, I knew that we were in trouble. Because the big cats were very gentle, she didn't realize that biting hurt. The vet called me and said, hey, someone abandoned a kitten. So I picked him up and they were almost immediately friends. He kind of more taught her how to be a kitten. She's still very crazy, but just seeing her kind of growing up. From the very beginning, I knew that I was raising this cat for somebody else. In the end, she kind of used her opinionated self to decide that she was going to stay. When she ended up not going there, I was relieved. She likes to go places just to be together. That's so telling, again, because cats are so independent and want to do things on their own. It made me feel like I kind of did a good job.
When I first saw him, he was sick and alone, but yet he's meowing so loud.
Whose cat is it?
I found him in Malaysia during a trip in a box, like a small bar of soap. That's how big he was. You could tell he's in a lot of pain, and I just can't leave him there alone. So we went to the vet.
Don't like being in the car? Does it make you nervous?
When they saw how deep the wound is and the part of the tail that was already detached, they don't know if he could survive that night. But he just took it like a champ. He became the hero.
I think they called you the burrito cat because I wrapped you up in the liner and you look like a burrito.
Instead of putting a cone on his head, I had to make a tail cone for his tail. And I became his mom. I just cut my trip short and stayed in Malaysia because it's constant care, constant in and out of the vet. So he learned to go everywhere I go.
Buddy, look at all those toys.
But he's very good with it. He was so friendly and he's so fearless. He was in Malaysia for about 5 months before coming back home. I already planned for the worst when he was about to enter my house because I don't know what it's like to have one kitten face 7 cats. But I didn't realize that my 7 cats would be bullied by this tiny little kitten. He came in like a boss. And then one of my friends found Strawberry. The first moment she saw Burrito, her eyes glow up. Love at first sight. And Burrito pushes her away, doesn't look at her. but she will inch closer, put a little bit of her arm on his body, knowing that if he can take one leg, he can do two tomorrow. It was really unexpected when there was a thunderstorm and they started cuddling together. Now they like to go on these dates where they eat cat grass together. And if she's away for a few hours, then he starts to worry. They are like peas in a pod. Burrito was this tiny cat when I found him, but now he's the boss. And he turned from a fighter that's fighting all his injuries to a lover.
When I first got Ghost, it was the teeny tiniest kitten I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, at first, I thought it was a mouse. My mom went to the animal shelter and saw Ghost. He was very, very underweight, super weak. He was cold. They told my mom that he had a 5% chance of survival. There's nothing really that we can do. And she was like, well, Hannah's never fostered a bottle baby. Would you let her try, like if there's no one else to take him? The first couple days, getting him to eat was so challenging. I had no clue what I was doing, but I think that it was the kind of thing that we learned together. And then I would be taking Ghost every 2 weeks to the vet, monitoring. Eventually, he reached a point where there wasn't a question of, is he going to survive? Around like 3 or 4 weeks, I noticed that he started to be able to play, just like, oh my goodness. From that point on, everything changed. He definitely saw me as his mom. He just wanted to be warm and cozy and just be next to me, which I thought was really special. Anytime I got home from school, I would have to take him out and play with him and watch him. He definitely demanded a lot of attention. If he was hungry, he would scream at me, he would chase me. He just had such a fun little personality. Once he was able to be adopted, I felt like my job was complete. And I could move on to help the next foster kitten that needed help. I was really excited that one of my friends was willing to adopt him because that meant that he could still be in my life. He looks like a cat now, which is so weird to look at. I mean, I don't recognize him. Navigating that for the first time was definitely challenging, but super rewarding. Also, it's opened the door to fostering so many other kittens. I've fostered 60 animals since Ghost, which is crazy. Ghost changed my life for the better.
Hi, baby. Are you so gorgeous?
I fostered over 30 kittens, but none of them were like Talia.
Who's that? Is that you? Was that good?
She would hug my fingers with her tiny claws and not let go. And then she'd listen to my voice.
Are we watching TV before bed?
Almost like she knew what I was saying.
She's lovely. Is she beautiful? Hi, brave girl.
She's so cute. I have to stop myself from crying looking at her. Because at first, she was so tiny. I was worried what would come next for her.
Hi.
Our local shelter posted Talia one day. They were looking for a foster. A kind lady found Talia alone in her backyard. Since no mom came, she called animal control to take her to the shelter. She was a few days old and just the cutest, so I took her home without a second thought. When a kitten is that tiny, you always worry, what if they don't eat well and get sick? But Talia did so well. She started gaining weight fast.
It's such a good breakfast. Hi, sweetie. Oh, we cleaning?
And after every meal, she loved getting a little massage. I think she quickly saw me as her mom.
Did you miss Mama today? Yes, I love you too.
She pawed at my face for kisses,
I know.
and I'd brush her fur and play with her until she was sleepy. But as she grew, I could tell she was missing something.
What's the big kitty doing?
So I ended up bringing home 2 boys to be her brothers. The shift in Talia was immediate.
Did you find a fun toy?
She turned into this tiny goofball.
Get that tail.
They taught her how to wrestle, and she became a pro. She started floating through the house like a fluffy dust bunny.
Look at that dust bunny. Look at a vacuum.
Talia's silly antics always made me laugh so much. But I knew I couldn't keep her forever.
Where are you going?
At 9 weeks old, Talia joined her forever family. It's always hard to say goodbye, but I'm glad she'll have a happy life with them.
Why are you the cutest?
Watching her grow from a fragile baby to a confident kitten has been so rewarding. One day, Maureen's friends said there was a 2-legged cat in the garden. Maureen couldn't believe it, so she went to see for herself. She watched Rocket wobble around and knew he wouldn't make it on his own. That's when Maureen decided to help this poor baby. She took him to a vet and found out that Rocket was born this way. He's been walking like this all his life. Rocket only has 2 legs, but nothing can stop him. He jumps around like a gymnast, and he shoots off like a rocket. The other cats can't keep up. Rocket was born to be a troublemaker. Every time he gets zoomies, he runs to the room first so he can hog the whole toy. And that attitude always leads to this. It's hilarious. It's like he has no idea that he's different from a normal cat. But Rocket wasn't yet sure if he should trust Maureen. So she gave him space to explore and get to know his new home. Eventually, he warmed up into a playful ball of energy. Even though he looked happy, something was missing. Maureen knew he needed friends, so she introduced him to the other cats. Gretchen was not happy to have another brother. But when Flint first met Rocket, they just clicked. Now Rocket is the one to look after Flint. Imagine that. They just have to make sure not to annoy their sister. And the most special part is they never treat Rocket like he's any different. After 9 years, Rocket has slowed down into a little grandpa. He just lies around and expects cuddles, no matter what you're doing. But Maureen doesn't mind because Rocket is her special little love. Most people don't believe it when Maureen talks about Rocket. They're like, no way, he can't do zoomies and everything. But he's lived all his life with 2 legs and he's very happy and healthy. When Maureen looks at Rocket, she sees proof that nothing can hold her down.